versus width. What am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about first for starters is the service that you're offering and the level of that service, okay? So that particular service, the level of service, your skill level in that service, as it increases, the money increases. Now, you see more money as you increase, or the different services you offer, there's more money to be made as well. Now, I've been told that flashing cash is tacky and talking about money as a public servant is tacky, but I beg to differ. You see, attorneys are notaries, and they are also out to make money. They charge $5,000 for a divorce. They've charged $5,000 for a probate case. They can also notarize your paperwork, but they're out to make some money. Same here. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm out to make money by offering services to the public, not as a public servant. A public servant is a police officer and a firefighter. Your mayor, they're a public servant. As a notary public, I am offering a service to the public, but I'm offering more than just notary services. I'm offering real estate closings. I'm offering online notary services. I'm offering notary staffing solutions, okay, or signing services. So let's talk about depth versus width. So depth, obviously, you have your primary service, which is a notary. And as you increase your skill level in that, meaning you become a notary signing agent, there's more money, and you become, maybe you have remote online, there's more money, or you have better marketing ability, right? You have more promotional stuff out there. The channels that you're advertising on expand, you get a better reputation, there's more money. And so as the depth of your service that you offer is better, meaning your skill level, your reputation, and your marketing in that channel gets better, there's, of course, more money to be made. Okay, so you can go one channel down, build deep. Or you could start here and go wide. There's no right or wrong way. The right or wrong way to figure this out is based on what's working for you and where's the money coming from. So you could offer another service, right? We could do fingerprinting, right? I always say that's a good one, right? Fingerprinting is a good one. Taxes are a good one. If you are detail oriented, you're good at data entry. Taxes might be something that you could add as a service, and so on. Of course, Grace and I, we do legal docs, and like immigration forms is a thing. Well, I'll just put that here, immigration. You can do that in about like 16 states, I believe. You can do immigration forms. So, but obviously here in Florida and about a dozen other states, you could do legal docs. So what we do is we actually offer fingerprinting, taxes, legal docs, apostilles, right? We could change that to apostilles. Apostilles you could do in any state. So these are other services that you can offer. And so this is the width of services that you offer. This is the depth. Obviously, the ultimate goal is to have all of them built out with skill level and marketing ability. And then that ends up with just, right, you have a notary agency, right? You have a superior business model. You have a standout business model that is perennial six figures for sure, probably even staff on board. So this, what you would do if you're building with is, when you're starting out, there's always low-hanging fruit, okay? If you get a business and you put it up on Google Maps, which is getting harder these days, but if you put that up on Google Maps, there's always going to be low-hanging fruit. So you start off with your mobile notary service, right? And you could get that. Now, of course, if you build that out to where you're marketing title companies, you're a signing agent, you do lots of social media, you do some marketing, some YouTube stuff, you get more business, you can build depth in that and just go that way. If that's working, you put a Google listing up and this seems to be working, you can just drive that deep. But if it's not, or you don't have the experience or the skill level, you could turn and you could do what we call pivot, make a lateral move, and offer other services. See, if you put fingerprinting on your Google listing, there'll be the low-hanging fruit money you can make. And likewise, if you put taxes, you do tax preparation, which is pretty easy to learn also. Software does most of all it. There'll be some low-hanging fruit that you can make. So there's more money to be made going by width, and there's more money to be made going by depth. And why you would do one over the other depends entirely on the situation, unique to you, unique to your market, unique to where you are, and also unique to maybe what you have a passion for. See, Grace and I went depth first with notary, but then as we started to go with fingerprinting and taxes, what really took off was this one, right? This one, the dollar signs, there was a lot more of them. So we went ahead and we drove that deep, okay? And then we came back and went after the other ones, some more so, like fingerprinting and apostilles more so than taxes. Okay? So that's what we did. That's how we did that. That is depth versus width. That's why you would want to drive one deep versus going after multiple low-hanging fruits. The choice is up to yours. It depends entirely on what is going to work for you, what you have an inclination for, and maybe what your market is telling you. Now, let's talk about this concept in marketing channels. Okay, so the same concept can apply to your marketing efforts. There are multiple marketing channels that you can focus your effort on. These, now for us over 40 like myself, I'm going to kind of put these I'm going to reference some of our old school and put it in modern terms just so you have a good frame of reference, okay? So for example, your Google listing is a modern day Yellow Pages, okay? This is the Yellow Pages, right? When we were kids, you used to get the phone book delivered to your house, big, thick thing, and we had the Yellow Pages in there, and we go to there and we find a business, we find a pizza place. Yep, kids, that's the way it was. We didn't just Google stuff. You had to flip through a phone book. But people would pay for a phone book spot. They'd get a big full page ad or whatever. They'd have the Yellow Pages. And that's what Google is today. Google is Yellow Pages, okay? Facebook is like, it's like talk show, okay? YouTube is like this is like the sitcom. And then obviously your email marketing is the same thing as mail marketing, right? It's the exact same thing. And then of course there's your local marketing, whatever your local stuff, your B2B, which is still the same. It's still the same thing as it's always been. Obviously I didn't put all of them on here like LinkedIn and that, but consider all of them. So this same concept of depth versus width applies, okay? So you could decide, you've got your service that you offer, right? Whether it's your main notary service or whatever, and you could decide to offer some minimum marketing on all channels, start there and go across the board on all channels and slowly work your way down. Or you could pick one primary channel and build that one up as big and as best as you can and get as good as you can as that one. And of course, as you get better at each, again, the money increases. Now, again, there's a little money on every avenue. If you're marketing, there's a little bit of money to be had, but then the deeper you go, the more there is to make. So you could start with and then try to build. Kind of, some people would say you're spread thin, but I don't think so. But you're going to only be able to get incredibly proficient at one channel at a time. So you could drive one deep. You could drive one deep first. Now, I am a big advocate of do not let only one channel be your only marketing efforts, because that can come back. Even over the last weekend, for arbitrary reasons, Google suspended my map listing. Now, did my phone stop ringing? Did I stop getting emails and contacts? No, it didn't. It made no difference because I have got all these channels built out and these efforts working with depth. But and again, we got a lot of YouTube stuff. Obviously, we have YouTube automation marketing and paid marketing and all these. Well, even though Google suspended my, which is back up, it was just one of their things. They spontaneously brain farted on my business. I had to submit my city tax stamp, my DBA, and say, hey, would you knock this off? I've been doing this for 5 years. Would y'all knock this off and get my listing back up? They, of course, sent an email, apologized, and said, yeah, I'll be back live. But they took it down. So that was my only channel. That could have really hurt. But again, I still had paid ads on Google. I still had SEO stuff on Google. I had all this other stuff in place. So you should definitely focus on making one bigger and then going back after the other ones as you familiarize yourself with them, as your skill increases in marketing on those channels. But you should not exclusively be on one channel. See, a lot of notaries, they of course exclusively aren't even on any of these channels. They kind of start out and they're on what I call the signing service and the signing platform channel, right? They're on SnapDocs, signing order, hopefully both, or some of the other ones as well. And they're connected with signing services. They're not even doing any of that stuff, and that just really sucks because you're not maximizing your potential when you're doing that. The same as if your service is isolated to one thing versus offering the multi-services, okay? So, but you should drive one deep. And again, think of these channels, like I said, think of them. Email marketing is just mail. It's just like same old regular mail. Google is Yellow Pages. Yellow Pages is powerful. I would definitely say to start here, optimize here, build here, but don't discount these other channels if you're not. Some people are really big on Facebook. There's notaries who have a really big Facebook. I would say that I didn't put Instagram up. Instagram to me is more like reality TV. It's probably next to worthless when it comes to marketing your notary services. And if you're marketing B2B, probably LinkedIn and Facebook are going to be good choices. Google is always the best choice. And then, of course, again, YouTube, because people like sitcoms. People come to sitcoms. They come here to be entertained, and they may come across some of your information as well. So think of it. You can make an infomercial about your services, and you can put it on YouTube, and let me tell you, people will find it, and they will call you. So that is it, depth versus width in marketing, depth versus width in services. I hope you found this stuff useful and that you can apply this to your business. And that is it for today. The Notary Ninja is out.